The fourth poet is Julia Ogilvie, who I heard at Philip Giambri's St. Marina, and she performed here about a year ago, and she was so incredible. I thought I invited her back, and here she is. Let's hear a warm welcome to Julia. Thank you for attending.
I'm trying to write this poem. I have to write this poem. It's my one goal for the day. But oh my God. Gotta look, gotta post, gotta share, gotta scroll, like, love, like. I feel the hook of Facebook, that blue and white dopamine fix scrolling down my wall made from the bricks of self-congratulatory posts from friends I've collected like postage stamps. They post, going for a walk. Like, just ate some grapes. Love? Gotta get back to work, get my pants on, get to the train, get to the stage, get to the mic and go, but I'm stuck. Like a stagnant swimming pool, void of circulation. The drain at the bottom is clogged and choking on a blanket of old leaves stuck in its grid. Gotta dive deep to the bottom of the pool, yank the old leaves from out of the grid, clear that water so it can flow bright blue, float to the top, and once again, breathe. But I just want to be done. Because I'm born after 1984. Official millennial, stamped with the reputation of being impatient, entitled, self-involved, and I quote, a boil on the ass of progress. Instant gratification at the touch of an app, the sand trap that is my demand for the now. I just want to take a bow now. This poem is about being an impatient millennial, but I'm impatient to finish writing this poem about being an impatient millennial, because that's the sexy peak at the top of the mountain that is busting out tight lines with rhymes into the mic with ease, but who wants to actually hike up that vertical trail, sweating with bug bites as I carve my path up to the top? I just want to take a helicopter up to that peak. Who the hell wants to walk? But I gotta keep pushing. But discouragement is a weighted vest so heavy I stayed glued to the couch, so back I go to my network on the book of faces. Let's see what places they've been today. Like, love, like. Oh, hold up, I hereby log out of the FB. Done. But Netflix is streaming. And it's going to take I'm going to ingest a 13-episode cake that took writers over a year to make, and on to the next, more addictive than sex. Ding! My friend texts, how's it going? She texts me a pic of her and her guitar at a gig. I text back, wow, you're doing your thing. But I've got one eye on BuzzFeed, 22 puddles that look like Channing Tatum's face, and a video of a puppy balancing on a toilet while peeing. So cute. I just got to log back in. Share. I keep chewing on this vanilla and blueberry bubblegum until my jaw aches. I keep riding this roller coaster of comparison until I'm nauseous. It's jagged cliffs and valleys built by the posts of triumphs, trumpeting so loud they zap my brain at 72 joules per minute, and I am a smoked toaster, like, love, like. People whose posts I have liked or loved for years, if I passed them by on the street, I wouldn't necessarily recognize them to say hello. Hey, hi, aren't we friends? Now my timeline is also a carefully curated collage of, my life is so good. Never the real deal that is the junk pile of paralyzing doubt I will ever leave the house. And after a simple soft click that shares a carefully selected new profile pic as I wait for that jewel of a ruby red notification over the upper right hand corner of that mini blue globe, I question my point on this planet. Because that little red dot is the blood-red sun orbiting around the earth of my self-worth. What do I not have that I think is on this site? Why do I keep coming back for more? Why do I always feel worse than I did before? How did we ever live without this hypnotic screen? How did people connect back in the day? Like way back. Like way before 2007 when Steve Jobs announced the arrival of the iPhone. Before 2004 when Zuckerberg invented his revolutionary network. Before 1991 when the internet was made public. Before 1984 when my generation began crying with their first breath. Before old school was old school. I think people just called each other on a landline, made a plan, and showed up in person. Yeah. But what about before 1876 when Alexander Graham Bell invented the landline? People sent out letters on the backs of horses. But what about before 1776 when the United States Postal Service was invented? People drove ox carts through the mud on their own just to say hello. But what about before 3500 BC when the wheel was invented in Mesopotamia? People had to walk. A caveman walked 10 miles to where his buddy was chilling by the fire to ask, dude, tell me what you have for lunch, with an emphasis on the presentation. Also, I saw a kitty cat playing the piano. I want to describe it to you. They did that shit in person. Fuck it, I'm getting out of the house. I'm a 3D mobile adventurer, flesh and bones, getting my long sleeve shirt on and my machete to hack up the trail to that mountaintop. It's a gnarly ass climb. There's only one way up, 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 almost there, up. Oh, who am I kidding? God damn it, I can't do this. Hi, I'm Julia. Won't you like, love, like, it's like, won't you follow me? Woo! This is a very, very new poem, and it's called South. A doc stamps bipolar on my forehead, and I etch the subtitle Crazy Pants just above my eyebrows. Most days I wear a hat to hide this diagnosis as the stigma of my imbalance radiates on the daily. If the Earth's equator is my emotional equilibrium, the North and South poles are the destinations of my manic depression. I take a trip up north where my molecules run faster than my body can keep up with, then take a trip down south where I can't get off the floor, and then back to the equator where I can function. Honestly, this stamp confuses me, as I've never done the epic, classic, manic antics of lore, like taking out all of my savings in $1 bills and having a parade down the street, throwing $1 at every passerby while singing the national anthem. Yet I can recollect taking a trip up north to Mania, albeit once in my life. Only once did I spend my rent money on a vintage fedora, then met some hustlers on 14th Street and decided to join their crew in selling beauty salon packages to passers-by, then buying all of my new best friends lunch, again with my rent money. Mania visited only once, but depression is an omnipresent resident that thrashes my house despite my vehement attempts to keep things in order. Involuntary waterworks on the ready, a steady stream backed up under my eyelids behind the determined dam of I'm fine. The elevator of my disposition drops inside my torso down to my hip bones, causing a heaviness so intense that every step forward is an accomplishment. Yet the release of disappearing would be as satisfying as the dissolving of deeply softened beef that melts in your mouth, savory and quick. I would dissipate as if I were never here. But medications fan the flames of hope as my doctor makes Abilify, Lamictal, and Wellbutrin dance in my bloodstream, keeping the fear of what I might do to myself at bay with each day that I obey and take my meds. Yet frustratingly enough, the sadness still visits, and attempting to pull myself up by my bootstraps is like trying to run a race with an injured leg. Opportunities abound to end my story, with the barreling A-train, the shower curtain screwed into the wall, and the 5th floor window, but despite these thoughts, I don't actually want to end. Thus, the pain feels like I'm a bird trapped inside my own ribcage who's being fed morphine drops of hopelessness. I'll always live with this condition, but my disposition is to always get up and out of the mud and breathe the precious fresh air of contentment, pen to paper, a step outside the house. Hell, getting my damn pants on is a declaration that I'm here to stay, and at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna be okay. So my mom is an actor, and when she was 7 months pregnant with me, she was on a tour of Shakespeare's Twelfth Night. So I was always tripping out like, whoa, I was on stage before I was born. So this is a poem about that. Listen up, I'm not yet born in a trunk. I'm a touring fetus. I'm negative 2 months old and have yet to behold the world outside. Along for the ride, in my mom's belly, I'm chilling with an in-house deli. Life couldn't be better, cozy as a cashmere sweater, floating in my home base like an astronaut in space. But after 7 months of cooking, I'm going looking for something new, nothing to do, bored as hell, so Operation Nap Time. But mom's in heels, clomping about loudly, busting out verse. I've heard her rehearse again and again. The rhythm of her speech, that iambic pentameter in sync with my in-house beat, can only mean one thing. We're on stage again. Man, it's sleepy time. This is bullshit. That dude, Shakespeare, I don't know. Fuck that dude. Why can't he write normal? Thou, thine, and half? Who says that? Are those words? What are words? Whatever. No nap time for me. God damn it. But hold up. Hundreds of clap sounds vibrate my snow globe of a home. Gotta see the shit with my eyes I have yet to open. Mom bends over amongst a sea of the hitting of hands. I flip upside down, kick around like, Mom, what's up? She puts her hand on her blouse, the wall to my house, and says, shh. What is this bending over thing called? A bow? Seismic rumbles of adulation speed up my heart rate that has yet to pump amidst the light of day. My marrow is magnetizing with a single desire to pull eyes and ears toward itself. Fuck my nap, this shit is awesome, let's do it again. And so it goes. The next night. And the next and the next, we trek city to city. I admit it's gritty, lugging from theater to theater. Mom reciting Shakespeare meter 8 times a week. The grind can feel bleak, but every place I'm led I gain cred. Cause it's like I said, I'm not yet born in a trunk. I'm a touring fetus, so here's my treatise. Once I glide through that chute in my birthday suit, drenched in amniotic fluid, the doc will greet me like a druid. Welcome to the world. Still rocking a glistening coat of magenta, I'll say goodbye to my placenta, the only friend I've known while I've grown. Bye. My dad will be in the corner crying and beaming, but with a trace of fear on his face, cause he knows it's time to cut the umbilical cord. But no worries, Dad, it's gonna be fine. He'll look to my mom, shimmering shine, as I'll declare, whatever the hell Mom's been doing while I've been brewing, listen up, cause now I'm debuting in this hospital room with an acoustic boom, packed with blue scrubs. My first sold-out show, getting a stand, and oh, gonna find new worlds, get out and go like Jacques Cousteau and all those badass dudes I know. Van Gogh, Henry David Thoreau, Justin Trudeau, Marcel Marceau, Edgar Allan Poe, Francois Truffaut, and fuck it, even Ross Perot. Cause like these unapologetic dudes would, I epically shout beyond a shadow of a doubt I'm gonna be what people are talking about, cause I'm motherfucking Julia out. Thank you. So a couple years ago I lived in LA, and this is a poem about that. First day in LA, ocean view, sky blue, Dr. Seuss, palm trees too, Chernobyl-sized fruit, whoa, check it out, a TV shoot, stars in the flesh, I'm fresh to the land a lot, gotta get a better bra, cause these chicks defy gravity, stepping up my vanity, crest white teeth, twinkle, not a wrinkle in sight, skin tight in all the right places, nothing but baby faces, the Hollywood sign, the shrine, the carrot of fame that all of us transplants deny is the reason we came. But let's get real. After my 7th winter in New York, whose wind stung my skin like a 2-story high belly flop, I had wilted into a moldy sunflower trapped in the back of a closet. I was like, this isn't it, this can't be it, so what the hell is it? I wanted to photosynthesize beyond my Kleenex box apartment, so I flew west, toward the promise of a sun that would expand my leaves so wide they would command the needed space to find it, see it, become it, whatever the hell it is or was. It's out there somewhere. Hollywood Boulevard, guys stand on this street and profess, dude, you should have seen who I was gonna be, man. Now they're selling plastic Oscars out of a van. But they're out to see, that's not me, because I'm here to stay, gonna be okay until my 2nd day. When the highways of death scare me like a house kitty stunned by a headlight. Road rage, stage fright, so I surf the surface streets trying to turn left at an intersection. A woman honks an objection dressed in her best Abercrombie and Fitch, so I make 3 right turns because left turns are a bitch. Red light waiting in the sun, the freckle and burn parade has begun. Is there something like too much sunshine? The subway was passive, but here I'm driving the train. What were you thinking? Whispers in my brain. But man, I love that ocean. Still feel a devotion, determined to stay, come what may, so I get a front desk job at the Los Angeles Tennis Club, whose celebrity members have perfected the art of the snub. I watch a rich housewife play tennis with her wedding ring so big she can barely lift her arm to swing. Her opponent serves the ball and it hits her chest so hard it explodes her fake breast. The silicone oozing through her bloodstream, her high-pitched scream, the antithesis to her low self-esteem. Her shape thwarted, she's transported to the emergency room, feeling lost with the loss of her va-va-voom. What the hell is this place? Local strangers presenting a refreshing, "Hi, how are you?" At first seems so genuine and true, but then I clock the desert heat is unrelenting. They need venting, and that smiling civility is really hostility, and they're actually like overbaked lizards stuck in a microwave about to explode. As I watch their beaming facade erode, I realize, "Hi, how are you?" is code. For fuck you, get out of my way, and if you don't, there'll be hell to pay. But I'm here, squinting on the Sony lot, trying to find my audition spot, cause it's time for the camera. Light hitting skin, hitting bones, but boy am I intimidated by these Zooey Deschanel clones. So I'm trying to look as small as I can. Oh, guys, I lost my place for a second. Okay, hold up. Let's see. Where are we at? I was in an audition, but I'm here on the Sony lot trying to find my audition spot because it's time for the camera. Light hitting skin, hitting bones, but boy, am I intimidated by these Zoe Deschanel clones. Oh, wow, I've lost my place here. Let me tell you a little bit about this scene. So I was at an audition. Now we're going into prose, guys. Like, I was rhyming, and now we're in prose. I was at an audition, so I always try to look as small as I can. So I look like a praying mantis when I step in front of the camera. Oh, here we go. He was not a fan. Mumbles thank you as I bolt for the door. My confidence evaporates into thin air as I compare myself to all these thin chicks with legs like sticks. It inflicts an insecurity so intense I feel as little as 2 cents. I walk to my car. From afar I hear the rolling of skateboards on pavement. A pack of dudes skate up from behind me and one of them grabs my ass hard. Caught off guard, I freeze. He high-fives his bros like he scored a touchdown. I seethe to the brim and scream, "Fuck you, you sad sack of shit." I couldn't understand it. It must have been my fault. My jeans must have been too tight. The western sky is losing its light. The drive home, my hands shake. Distracted, I roam to the middle of an intersection. Despite the red light, a Toyota Camry slams into my right. Car spins. Terror begins to spread like a deadly virus that wins. As AAA tows me home, we weave through neighborhoods. Feels like sewing together the horizontal patchwork of my despair. And then and there, I hit a wall. Too scared to drive at all. The impact of the crash makes me thrash at night. The crush crunch keeps exploding my fright. Friends were like, "Your first LA accident is no big deal." So I'm so embarrassed by my fear to sit behind the wheel. Started as a golden retriever, stoked to catch the ball. Now my tail's between my legs, too scared to move at all. The blood-red sunset fries my sunflower petals into crisp wilted arrows pointing down toward the soil of my dejected paralysis. This isn't it. This can't be it, can it? I slump onto a bus stop bench in Burbank, but today I'm not waiting for a ride. Adjacent is the towering castle of the NBC headquarters. I imagine its shadow expanding over the entire sidewalk as if the moon is eclipsing the sun of my hopeless disposition, and once again I'm in the dark. I can't help but hear the faint honks of taxis. From 2,500 miles away, echoing down Broadway at the speed of a yellow blur. That pace of the daily race facilitating an inner pulse so fast there is no time to front. 8 million people on one island, a freeing anonymity that allows freak flags to fly at high mast. I'm an island girl who can't live in America. I've got to live on an island off the east coast of America, zooming through the underground veins of Manhattan, Inwood, Washington Heights, Harlem, Upper West, Midtown, Chelsea, East West Village, under the surface streets, the blind intersections, the patchwork to basement clubs like this one, those tabletop candles, little individual suns, the only light I need right here, you guys, right now. This is it. Isn't it? Yeah.